Shalom and very good morning to everyone. Welcome to our forum for this week. Today we will meet international professor from a different country. Our first panel is Mr. Lim Wei Marsh. Our second panel is Mr. Kai from University of Malaya, and our last panel is Miss Camilla from Oxford University. Before we proceed to our forum, today I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Moses, and I am the moderator for this forum. Today we will talking about study method for university student that's suitable with them, and we're gonna rank it for which one is most benefit for the student. So this first question is for Mr. Lim. Okay, Mr. Lim, what do you think the most suitable study method for university student?
I would like to prefer Feynman technique. The Feynman technique developed by Richard Feynman is a study method for students to learn through the act of teaching. To use the technique, students choose a topic and then explain it in their own words as if teaching a sixth grader. Then they improve their explanation and go through the process again until they have mastered the topic. Naturally, the average school student in 6th grade is not going to understand all complicated terminology. So the person using the Feynman technique has to emphasize simplicity and conciseness. Effective usage of the method requires the learner to refine all obvious terms, and this means that the Feynman technique requires considerable more mental energy than other methods such as relearning. The act of teaching is cognitively demanding task, but that is also why the technique is so effective. This study method can be used to memorize, understand difficult topics, and supplement. I recommend study method like a reading textbook or reviewing note. It was mentioned to that reading textbook and not is considered is an ineffective study strategy, but most modern learning scientists.
Professor Lim, why do you think Feynman technique is the most effective way? Can you explain more about it?
Okay, here are a few more reasons why the Feynman study technique is so effective. The first one is develop knowledge of the topic and also public speaking skill if practiced with another person. The second one is simplifying an explanation. The third one is using the technique can help students rethink how they approach difficult subjects such as science or mathematics. The last one is it will well.
Thank you, Mr. Lim. I personally believe that this method can be used for university students who have ability to teaching their friends or other people. So, our next panel is Mr. Kai. Good morning, Professor Kai. What do you think the most effective study method for university student?
Good morning to your Mr. Moses. The most effective study method of university student is active recall technique. Students typically learn by memorizing information, but with active recall you learn by actively try to remember the information. For simply, this is the process of searching your brain to find an answer.
Alright, Prof. How students can adapt this study method?
Here are the seven practical way to apply active recall when studying. Number 1, fast cut. 2, stop and summarize. 3, incorporate practice equation and pass exam. 4, practice before you start revision. 5, find problem set in textbooks. 6, teach friends who know nothing about the subject. 7, storytelling feeling on Google. You can also take advantage of problem set and practice question before you start your study session. Or is your writing question in your notes. This will be a piece of cake. Simply observe the question you writing down and try to answer them. For a quick solution, you can also take a moment to figure out what you remember about the topic at hand.
For me, active recall is the most suitable before 1 week before exam day. So our last trainer for today is Miss Camila. Nice to meet you, Miss Camila.
You too, Mr. Moses. I feel honored to be here today.
Alright, Prof. Your opinion, what is the most effective study method for university student?
Okay, for me, the most effective study method for university student is a Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique was invented in the late 1980 by Francisco Cirillo, a university student. Like many students overwhelmed with assignment and the tasks or the study schedules, Cirillo struggled to complete the tasks without feeling burnt out. Believing that any progress is a good progress, he challenged himself just by 10 minutes of study to focus. To commit to this challenge, he used a tomato-shaped kitchen timer and the Pomodoro technique was born.
Students should admire him for what he did. But how does Pomodoro technique work?
That is a nice question. There is some basic step-by-step to start applying the Pomodoro technique. First, get your to-do list and a timer. Actual tomato timer optional, any timer will do. Second, set your timer for 35 minutes and focus on a single task until the timer rings. Third, when your section ends, mark off one Pomodoro and record what you complete. Fourth, enjoy your 5-minute breaks. As we know, in our class, lecturer also give our 5-minute breaks during the very long section of the class. And the last one, after the Pomodoro technique, the third and the fourth, take a longer, more restorative 50 or 30-minute breaks. You guys also can share in social media about Pomodoro technique because there is so much information about this technique. That's all from me. Thank you.
Looks like all our panel already give your opinion about study method for university student. In other words, students should study hard for their dream. I would like to add one more thing. In our life, nothing is look easy. If you study hard, it will pay off. But if you study smart, it will take you a short of period of study time. In my opinion, Feynman technique is the most effective study method for university students. It is because a lot of technique in this method gives students more unique ways to learning. Students also can teach each other and communicate more. That's all from us.
Thank you for watching this video.
Share.
Dua Ambrose, Kiri, and the helper Joseph. Kali. Ayo bosayo.
Kamu kena aku. Kamu kena aku.
Ngara kaban ko na game begini baru.
By memorizing information. Recording.
Improvement in your explanation. Terminology. So, the person using the Feynman technique.
Looks like all our panel already give your opinion about study method.
For thing what already learned.
Thank you, Mr. Kai. Thank you, Mr. Kai. Looks like all our panel already give your opinion about study method.